everybody. Welcome back. This is Miss Faye, and this is my world. Today's topic is no love from the narcissistic father. No love at all. Before we get started, I want to say welcome. Welcome to the channel. Welcome to all the new viewers, the new subscribers, and welcome to you who have been with me from the beginning. I really appreciate you. Now, to get us started, I did pull a short video, and we have a letter. So let's look at the video, then we're going to read this letter and dive into this topic. No love from the narcissistic father. All right, here we go.
The thing about a woman that was emotionally neglected by her father is that she wants love so bad, but because she wasn't shown healthy love from a masculine, in this case being her father, she has no idea where to start to look for that, to receive that, what that even feels like. And that is why so often women who are dealing with or living with an unaddressed, unattended to father wound will constantly find themselves in relationships that do not nourish them, that take from them, where they constantly feel like they're with these emotionally unavailable partners or these toxic partners and don't know why they stay, but because they were never shown what a healthy love.
Okay, here we go. Now, this can be a very sensitive topic because, ladies, many of us grew up in homes with a narcissistic father, or maybe the father wasn't present at all. But ladies, this does affect you and your life because your father actually is your first love in life. As far as a man is concerned, is your father. He is your role model. And if he never loved you or showed you love, guess what? You will spend the rest of your life searching for that love in a man. Okay, let's dive into this letter and see what she says. Okay, here we go. I grew up with a narcissistic mother who hated me. Right now, as I am trying to heal, it is very hard because I don't talk to any family, as my mother isolated and badmouthed me to everyone. And I barely have any friends. Right now, I only talk to my grandma on my mom's side and my auntie on my dad's side. We all live in different countries. A couple of weeks ago, my aunt called me and asked how I was doing. I told her that I wasn't feeling too well because I was feeling really depressed. I explained to her that I don't want to end my life, but if something was to happen, I wouldn't care because at least I'll be able to rest. Yeah, you are depressed. You are in a very low vibration. She said that she would try and call my father to talk to him about what I am going through because I've been going through a lot for too long. I also stopped talking to my father because he was never there for me when I needed him. A few days passed and I didn't hear from her. So I called her and asked if she spoke to my dad. And she said that she did. Okay, now, all right, let's hold on a minute. Now, your father, you say that your mother was narcissistic. You don't tell me, was your father narcissistic too? All right, let's go on with the letter and see if we can get some insight on this. So a few days passed and I didn't hear from her. So I called and asked her if she spoke to my dad, and she said she did. He told her some stuff about me, and she doesn't know what to believe anymore. Okay. This is your dad's sister. This is your dad's sister. And so, whatever your dad told her, I guess she's prone to believe whatever he said. Which I found kind of strange for her to say that. I asked her, what did he tell her about me? And she said she didn't want to tell me because she didn't want to come between me and my dad. Well, you know what? It sounds like whatever your dad is she is enabling the dad to be whatever. And if he is a narcissist, she's one of his flying monkeys. She's going to protect the narcissist. Okay? All right. I begged her to tell me what he said, and she said that she will call me back and let me know once she gets settled down in her place and call me back. When I hung up the phone, I thought about it and texted her to let her know that she didn't have to tell me what he said. It really didn't matter anyways. Well, for you to say that, you probably assumed that it was something bad. It wasn't anything good. Now, if your father was a narcissist, and I don't know, if you are only child, if there are other siblings, and if anybody was a narcissist in your family, either of your parents, somebody was the scapegoat. Was it you? The scapegoat was the person that was blamed for everything. Anything that went wrong in the family, the scapegoat was blamed for it. Was that you? Is that why you had such a tough time growing up? All right? And you say that this is not the first time your dad has disappointed you and made you look a certain way. It wasn't what my dad said that upset me. It wasn't what my dad said that upset me. It was the fact that my aunt told me she was going to call my dad and try to help me, and she didn't even call me back to say that she spoke to him, because whatever he told her, she didn't feel like it was any need to speak to you. Whatever it was, and she wasn't willing to get involved in it. Whatever it is, that's why she didn't call you back. She just wanted to leave it alone. Okay? And when I asked her, she was holding back on what he said about me because she didn't know what to believe anymore and doesn't want to come between me and my dad, which I find kind of strange. I haven't talked to her since then because I find this odd. I also don't understand why she would listen to my father, as she told me he used to violate her as a child, as part of the reason why she doesn't talk to him anymore. Yeah, he does sound narcissistic the more that you say about him. I am starting to question, maybe, am I the problem? But on the other hand, my family members aren't the type to communicate properly. I want to let go of anger I have towards my family. But things like this make me frustrated and confused. I know it does. And you want to, you want to love your family. Listen, I know how that is. But you are feeling some sort of way about yourself because you are depressed. Okay? Let's put the family aside for a minute and let's talk about you. All right? You are depressed. Now, are you depressed because of your family? Because of the way that you grew up and the hardships that you endured growing up? If that's the case, then you need to heal these wounds. There's no way to get around it. You must heal your wounds. You see? And the way to heal that is going inside yourself. It's not looking at your auntie to help you, or your mother to help you, or your dad to help you, or anybody to help you. It's inside of you. All right? You need to start with your affirmations every day so that you can change the way that you think about yourself. About yourself. You know, every day you should be waking up saying, I am happy. I feel wonderful. Life is grand. You see, these affirmations help to change your reality because it helps to change your belief. And we have these beliefs from our childhood wounds. When we feel depressed and sad and that we are not enough. These are childhood wounds that need to be healed. And in the description, I do have a link how you start your spiritual journey. And, you know, in the link is how I started. And it healed me, healed all my childhood wounds and everything. So I'm free of it. And I grew up with a father who was a narcissist. He didn't love me. You see, so I know where you're coming from with that. My father never supported anything I ever tried to do. Ever. But he always tried to tear me down and make me feel like I wasn't good enough. He didn't hesitate on doing that. But see, that's narcissistic. That's the demonic energy in a narcissist. You understand? So if you grew up in a narcissistic family, don't expect for these demons to change. They're never going to change. It's not going to change. It's not going to happen. But you can change. You can change the way that you react to them. You can change your being around them, period. And I would suggest, once you start your spiritual journey, you probably need to cut them off completely. Cut them off. What you need to be around them for? They are only going to add to your depression. And as far as your father is concerned, if your father hasn't loved you and showed his love for you up to now, you need to forget him too. It's not in him. It's just not in him. And it's not going to happen. Love yourself. And on your spiritual journey, that's what will happen. You will begin to love and appreciate yourself. And you won't care what anybody says about you or think about you, because you'll be so full of yourself that your life will begin to blossom. This is the state that you want to be in, where your frequency is high, where happiness and love is. But you have to let toxic people go. And to start your spiritual journey, people, don't let that turn you off, really. What it is just a lifestyle change. What you're doing is your affirmations every day. And if you watch me, I give you a fresh affirmation every day. And in the link, in the description, you'll see a link for your affirmations. These affirmations, don't shun them, because they will help to change your reality without you even realizing it. Things will begin to blossom for you. Opportunities will begin to flow toward you without much effort on your part. It's just changing the way that you believe about things. Believe about yourself and your potential. And also, on your spiritual journey, you're going to be asked to do some meditation. Meditation is just about you sitting quietly with yourself, clearing your mind, and strengthening your connection with the divine source energy. And that raises your frequency. You know, if you just meditate a few minutes a day, it doesn't take long. You can go out into nature and just sit quietly with yourself. And just clear your mind. and see what comes to you. That's meditation. You don't have to, go through any special, people act like, that you got to sit a certain way, you got to hold your hands a certain way. You don't have to do that. Just sit quietly with yourself and connect with the divine source, and you will see your life change in front of your eyes. All right? People, I hope that I've said something today that can help someone and bring some clarity and understanding to your life. I really appreciate you and your support. I thank you for your comments. And if any of you have questions that you would like for me to answer, my email address is in the description. And I thank you so much for your letters. And a very special thank you to those that leave a donation. I really appreciate all of you. I wish you all the very best and happiness. And I really hope to see you next time.